Nossa, e agora?
The plane shudders violently as it spirals into a flat spin, plunging into a hellish whirlpool of darkness and chaos. The once comforting hum of the engines turns into a deafening roar, and every object in the cabin is thrown into a violent frenzy. Passengers' screams are swallowed by the cacophony as the plane's descent becomes a nightmarish blur of twisted sky and earth. Gravity bears down mercilessly, pinning everyone in their seats, their faces etched with sheer terror. The illusion of safety shatters, leaving behind only the gut-wrenching reality of impending doom. Hope seems as distant as the fading echoes of their last unspoken prayers. What might have possibly gone wrong with Voepass Linhas Aéreas Flight 2283? Stay tuned as TellMeTv bring you the possible reasons.
With us, then we will kill you.
On the 9th of August 2024, Voepass Linhas Aéreas Flight 2283, an ATR 72-500 flying a scheduled domestic Brazilian passenger flight from Cascavel to Guarulhos with 58 passengers and 4 crew members on board, crashed in Vinhedo, Sao Paulo, after entering what appeared to be a flat spin.
Aircraft is erratic again. Problems are erratic.
Tinha avião caindo, gente, avião caindo! Avião caindo! Caiu!
The aircraft was flying at an altitude of 17,000 feet when it spun out of control and entered a rapid descent at around 13:22 local time. All 62 occupants on board were killed. It was the first fatal aviation accident in Brazilian commercial aviation since the 2011 crash of Noah Linhas Aéreas, Flight 4896, and the first fatal aviation accident involving Voepass Linhas Aéreas since its establishment in 1995. The crash is also the deadliest aviation accident in Brazil since TAM Airlines Flight 3054 in July 2007. The aircraft involved, registered as PSVPB, was a 14-year-old twin-engine turboprop ATR 72-500 with serial number 908, powered by 2 Pratt & Whitney Canada PW127M engines. It was acquired by Voepass in September 2022 from Indonesian carrier Pelita Air Service. The captain was Danilo Santos Romano, who had only been captain for 1 year and first officer for 8 months on the ATR 72, Brazil's media has reported. The first officer was Humberto de Campos Alencar e Silva, while the flight attendants were Debra Sopa Avila and Rubia Silva de Lima. All passengers and crew on board the flight were Brazilian. The aircraft was traveling from Cascavel in the state of Paraná to the city of Sao Paulo. Radar contact with the flight was lost at around 13:22 local time, and firefighters reported that the plane crashed in Vinhedo in the state of Sao Paulo, 76 kilometers northwest of the city of Sao Paulo. In the area of the crash, there was an active SIGMET advisory for severe icing from 12,000 to 21,000 feet. Preliminary data indicated that the aircraft reached a descent rate of 13,000 feet per minute. Meteorological reports at the time of the accident indicated that areas of turbulence, thunderstorms, and icing were present in areas surrounding the accident. The Brazilian Air Force said in a statement that the flight did not declare an emergency. Despite earlier reports of several houses being hit by the plane, it crashed in the front yard of a house in a gated community, and nobody on the ground was killed or injured.
Meu Deus do céu, caiu avião no meu vizinho!
Brazilian television news channel Globo News interrupted Olympics coverage to broadcast from the area around the crash, showing fire and smoke rising from the plane fuselage. All 62 people on board the aircraft, which was made up of 58 passengers and 4 crew, were killed. At least 10 people had been unable to board the aircraft after having waited for the flight at the wrong airport gate. Most of the bodies found in the crash site were charred, making the identification of the victims difficult. An eyewitness reported seeing 3 bodies ejected from the plane and falling on a backyard.
Tava naquele grupo que acabou não embarcando, perderam a conexão, como é que foi?
Eu cheguei aqui às 9h40, né? A latam estava fechada, mas o voo ia sair pela Voe Express. Eu estava fazendo trabalho no Hospital Regional de Toledo.
Here are some possible reasons people think the plane might have crashed. Please note, the reasons might not be the actually facts. These are just analysts made by different air crash investigators. When the real deal is out, we will keep you updated. First investigator says it stalled. That means that the airplane didn't travel forward fast enough for the wings to have lift. Possible reasons: too steep climbing rate, problems with the engines, problems with the angle of attack for the props. You can adjust the angles of the propeller blades. Second investigator says, probably, somehow, 2 engine was stopped, because if it is perte de vitesse, which means if it's steep climbing rate issue, in English, it needs to be faster. It spins slowly, so there is no power in engines. A Brazil article says, WhatsApp audios from different pilots from the area reported heavy ice formation on many planes. They think that the pilot asked to lower the altitude, which is a normal procedure, and was told no by traffic control, accumulated too much ice and fell. Another air crash investigator replied saying if icing is determined to be the cause and can be problematic for the ATR-72, it will be reminiscent to American Eagle Flight 4184 that met a similar fate in Indiana in 1994. A playback of the ADS-B data via at Le Monador closest points of approach website shows a near vertical descent along with at Planefinder data. Another investigator says pilot may have pulled up during a stall instead of pushing the stick down to get speed. Similar crash happened in Buffalo, NY in 2009 from that pilot error. Flat spin is created by stalling in a turn, impossible to recover from without ample altitude. The 70-seat ATR-72-500 is known to be the best aircraft with turboprop engines. Powered by PW-127 engines, which are also used to power ATR-42-500, the ATR-72-500 provides outstanding short-field performance for an aircraft of this size. That's all the information we have for now. At TellMeTv, we strive for accuracy. If you find anything that isn't right in this video, let us know in the comment section below. You can check out real pilot pages for more accurate results. Most information on here were gathered from different sources like Wikipedia and Twitter, which don't always seem reliable. But we will make sure to update you on any new changes. Subscribe and turn on notification for more contents.